Have you ever thought about how certain simple habits can profoundly affect our health and sexual well-being? Today, I want to invite you to reflect on a fascinating topic, one often surrounded by taboos but of utmost importance: the connection between masturbation and prostate health, especially in later years. Stay with me, because in this conversation, we will explore how this act, as natural as breathing, can influence not only your physical health, but also your emotional and sexual well-being, as well as your longevity. The prostate, this small walnut-shaped organ located just below the bladder, is a true control center for male sexual health. It produces prostatic fluid, a vital component of semen, and plays a crucial role in fertility. However, over time, this organ can become vulnerable to various conditions, ranging from inflammation to more serious diseases like prostate cancer. What's particularly interesting is that masturbation can actually be a key tool in keeping this organ in top condition. Imagine your prostate as a small engine. Like any engine, it needs to stay active to function properly. If it's not regularly used, the fluids it produces can accumulate and stagnate, creating an environment that fosters inflammation or the development of abnormal cells. Recent studies, including one from Harvard University, have shown that ejaculating at least 21 times per month can significantly reduce the risk of developing prostate cancer. This is because ejaculation helps flush out toxins and potentially harmful substances from the body, a natural cleansing function. But that doesn't mean you should stress about hitting a specific number of ejaculations per month. Instead, think of it as part of a self-care routine, just as important as eating well or exercising regularly. Let's take a closer look. Ejaculation, whether through masturbation or sexual activity, stimulates blood circulation in the pelvic region. This constant flow of oxygen and nutrient-rich blood not only keeps the prostate healthy, but also improves the quality of erections and helps prevent erectile dysfunction. As men age, it's normal for blood flow in this area to decrease, which can lead to discomfort or a feeling of heaviness. However, regular activity can counteract these effects, keeping the region active and well-nourished. Now, let's talk about the emotional and psychological effects. This is where things get even more interesting. For many men, especially older ones, masturbation is still a topic surrounded by taboos, shame, or even guilt. But let me tell you something important. Taking care of your sexual health is not just normal, it's essential. Accepting and recognizing masturbation as a legitimate form of self-care can help relieve unnecessary emotional burdens and pave the way for a healthier relationship with yourself. Masturbation is also a powerful tool for stress relief. We live in a fast-paced world filled with responsibilities, demands, and often overwhelming concerns. In such cases, a moment of intimacy with yourself can be an effective way to release tension, calm the mind, and reconnect with your body. During this process, your brain releases endorphins, those wonderful feel-good hormones that reduce stress and improve your mood. Moreover, we must not overlook the fact that masturbation offers an opportunity to explore and rediscover your own sexuality. Over time, our bodies change, and what once brought pleasure may no longer have the same effect. Through this act, you can understand how your body responds in different phases of life, helping you maintain a fulfilling and satisfying sex life. Take Roberto, for example, a 58-year-old man who started experiencing urinary discomfort and a decline in his libido. After diving into his own research and consulting a specialist, Roberto made a decision that would change his life. He started incorporating masturbation into his self-care routine. "It felt like I was rediscovering myself," he said. Not only did it help ease his physical discomfort, but it also reignited his confidence and deepened his connection with his partner. For years, he had seen masturbation as something shameful, a habit to be hidden. But once he reframed it as a tool for self-care, everything changed. His energy improved, his stress levels dropped, and surprisingly, his sex life became more fulfilling. But let's be clear, not everything is smooth sailing. This is where the concept of balance comes into play. Like anything in life, too much of a good thing can turn bad. Yes, masturbation has clear benefits, But when it turns into a compulsive habit, something you rely on to escape reality, avoid emotions, or interfere with your daily responsibilities, it can take a toll on your relationships, work, and mental well-being. The key isn't to see it as something to eliminate, but rather as something to regulate. Think of it like food. You don't need to stop eating to be healthy. You just need to make sure you're eating the right way, at the right times, and in the right amounts. The same applies here. For decades, masturbation has been treated as a dirty little secret, especially for older men. But why? There's this outdated belief that it's a sign of loneliness, weakness, or even a lack of self-control. But the truth is, breaking these taboos is crucial for both health and quality of life. If we can openly discuss diet, exercise, and stress management, why shouldn't we talk about something that plays a major role in men's health? Discussing it with friends, partners, or even a doctor can be a game changer. Imagine how many men silently struggle with issues like prostate problems, low libido, or erectile dysfunction, never realizing that a simple, natural act could be part of the solution. And speaking of benefits, let's go beyond just prostate health. Masturbation improves sperm quality. Studies show that men who masturbate regularly tend to have healthier sperm than those who abstain completely. Why? Because frequent ejaculation flushes out old sperm and stimulates the production of new, high-quality sperm. Think of it as refreshing the system. It also boosts circulation and sexual function. Masturbation promotes blood flow to the genitals, keeping tissues oxygenated and elastic. This helps prevent issues like erectile dysfunction and maintains overall penile health. Just like exercising keeps your muscles strong, masturbation keeps your reproductive system in shape. And let's not forget its impact on mood. Ever noticed how relaxed you feel after an orgasm? That's because masturbation releases a flood of feel-good hormones like endorphins, oxytocin, and dopamine, which naturally reduce stress, ease anxiety, and even fight depression. It's like taking a natural anti-anxiety pill, without the prescription. Then there's the sleep factor. After ejaculation, your body releases prolactin, a hormone that promotes relaxation and drowsiness. If you struggle with insomnia or restlessness, a little self-care before bed might be the simplest, most natural sleep aid out there. And here's something unexpected. Masturbation can actually improve your sex life. Sounds counterintuitive, right? Some people think frequent masturbation might decrease interest in sex with a partner, but studies actually show the opposite. Regular masturbation helps men understand their bodies, their arousal patterns, and their pleasure zones, making them more in tune with their own needs during partnered sex. Think of it like a musician practicing an instrument. The more you understand your own body, the better you can perform when the time comes. There's also an interesting link between masturbation and creativity. Research suggests that post-orgasm, the brain enters a state of deep relaxation while simultaneously releasing dopamine. This reset effect can help clear mental fog and spark new ideas. Some of history's greatest thinkers and artists, from Leonardo da Vinci to Nikola Tesla, reportedly engaged in regular self-pleasure to enhance their creative process. Given all these benefits, it's crazy to think that masturbation is still such a hush-hush topic. But if we take a step back, it makes sense. Society has spent centuries conditioning men, especially older men, to associate sex and self-pleasure with guilt, secrecy, and shame. But let's be real. This is an outdated, unscientific perspective. Masturbation is one of the simplest, most natural ways to maintain both physical and mental well-being. It's a powerful tool for managing stress, keeping the prostate healthy, enhancing sexual performance, and improving sleep. And here's the bottom line: there's nothing wrong with it. So, the next time you feel guilt creeping in after masturbating, remind yourself, it's not an addiction, it's not a weakness, and it's definitely not something to be ashamed of. In fact, when practiced in a balanced way, it can be one of the most beneficial forms of self-care you can engage in. If this topic intrigued you, don't stop here. Hit that subscribe button on Naked Truths, because we are just getting started. We dive into the real, raw, and science-backed truths about men's health, sex, and performance. The things no one talks about but every man needs to know. Stay curious, stay informed, and above all, stay in control of your own health. See you in the next one.